Hello, and thank you for returning to the channel. One of the great things about running your own channel is you get to pick the topics. And like I mentioned earlier, one of the topics follow is the idea that it's not just a community, it's not just a culture, but it's also an ideal of being accessible to all this other information and other areas, surrounding areas. So let's start with New York City. One of the great assets of Westchester County and White Plains, that you have excellent access into one of the most amazing international, what I call crossroads of the world, called Manhattan. Today's topic is going to be focusing on inside the last occupied apartments of the Chelsea Hotel. Now, I've always thought of the Chelsea Hotel as kind of a rundown, dumpy little place. And for most practical purposes, it really is. However, it also has a plethora of talented ghosts that seem to haunt its history forever. It's where Jack Kerouac worked on writing and finishing up On the Road in 1957. It's where Leonard, Cohen, and Janis Joplin famously met in 1968. It was where the famous photographer, Jersey-based photographer, Colin Miller, admits to being totally unfazed at the time because it was just part of life in New York City back then. Now today, the legendary former manager Sidney Bard who was ousted in 2007. However, there is still a sphere of the people and the artists who live there. I mean, people like Anthony Kiedis of the Red Hot Chili Peppers had lived there for a while. So it actually moved from old history to contemporary history to almost present time frame. So I just get a kick out of it because, and I mention it because having lived in Westchester County for most of my life, I still like getting lost in New York City. And again, I consider being geographically accessible to all this other information just part of the fun of being here. So there's my real estate story for the day. Thank you for visiting. Share, like, send me a comment, and I look forward to seeing you real soon. Talk to you soon.